Perfect. All right, sorry everybody for the technical difficulty we're having. Spud's Xbox just took a little bit of a crap on him right there and wouldn't let him set up the uh wouldn't let him set up the lobby, so we had to do a little restart. We're getting a little bit of a late start, but we'll get it going here and we'll have some solid racing action for you guys.
Okay, who are we missing out of here? Let's see.
So you got Eagle, Hirsch, Formula, Drop Off, Ripper, Boss, man. Husky maybe, is he not in there?
Yeah, you're right. It's Husqvarna. He's appearing offline too, so I don't know if he's actually off. And he got frustrated with the technical difficulties and it taking so long. Man.
Sure.
Tubdini, who's actually 4th in points right now, did not qualify. He's sitting in the 23rd position, so if Husqvarna does not get in, we're going to have to give it to Tubdini.
I apologize if my mic was staticky, guys. How's that sound? Or Huskies in.
Husqvarna is not in the lobby at the moment, but if he doesn't join, then Tubdini gets a spot. He didn't qualify for tonight. He was a 23rd. He's in 4th in the points. I'm saying Husqvarna one last invite. Then I'm inviting Tubdini, and we're going.
Sounds good. Anyways, guys, to reiterate what we were saying earlier, we really sorry for the technical difficulties and sorry that we're starting so late, but we'd like to welcome you guys to the IOMA Esports Round 5 of the 250 West Championship, brought to you by Legacy Racewear. Got a pretty interesting night ahead of us. We got a little bit of a rain on the schedule, so it's going to be interesting racing. Not really sure how it's going to go out because the consistency is going to be a huge factor. Pretty much the person that can stay up the most is more than likely going to be the front runner. I mean, that's not always the case. Some people can go really fast and make a few mistakes here and there, but in this mud, you just got to keep it going. So, kind of wondering if Drop Off can keep it rolling. Really, these heat races are about to be insane. So, looking forward to a great night of racing.
Drop him off. Drop him off still had a good qualifying time. I think he should be alright for tonight, but never know with these mud races. If you get caught or certain pileup, it could be very costly. It's going to be a big point shakeup in general for this championship with 572 not racing tonight, who's currently sitting 3rd in points, as well as Tubdini, who is in 4th. Like I said before, did not qualify. He's in 3rd position, so one last invite, and we're just going to go down the list.
Yeah, so I mean, to reiterate what you were saying, with how a few of the guys just, either didn't qualify, or 572, for example, is not racing tonight, it really opens up the door for someone else to get the top three of this championship and, maybe make a run and gain some confidence going into the second half of this season because, the first half, we've seen drop off just absolutely dominate, with, and his points lead isn't huge, but it's pretty good. So he's got to be feeling good coming into this race, regardless of being mud, maybe a little bit of damage control. But I'm looking for that those mid pack guys right now in the points, around 8th to like 15th, somewhere in there, seeing what they can do and gain a lot of points right now, and maybe be able to get a little leg up on the rest of the guys coming into the rest of the season.
Oh yeah, for sure. With DMV Bless, who is sitting in second in points, is in the other heat, so they're not going to face off until the main event.
Mm-hmm. Crazy how that works out.
Dirk's not on here, huh? He's up next. If he wasn't,
That's another guy who's not racing. Dirk Igler decided to pull out, so who would be up next? Again, we apologize, guys.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I think C-Main's already going too, so it's like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send it, I guess. I don't want to waste too much more time.
Yeah, I think at this point, with the C-Main already going, you kind of have to. It's just an unfortunate turn of events, but we'll have to deal with it after the LCQ.
Okay, San Diego. No, storm clouds have been hovering over all day. We are going into this with a rain race, so like Razzles was saying before, it's definitely gonna get dicey, and see if Drop 'em Off Kane can get through this and not have to go through the LCQ. That would not be ideal for his situation right now. He's trying to keep that points lead.
Supposed to be wet and heat.
Scattered showers, alright? I'm just admin. I don't know what's actually going on. Alright, Razzles, before this gets started, before people start readying up, who do you think's going straight through to the main event?
Well, if I had to say whoever's going to go straight through the main event, I think Ripper is going to have a. He's been always having solid finishes here and there. He's always got speed. Drop him off. Obviously, he's going to come in really fast. Eagles show some speed. Woods. So if I had to say anything, drop him off. Eagles and Woods. That's my guess.
I think the Mad Hatter's gonna open up some eyes too, so this one should be pretty good. We're starting at 5 seconds till gate drop. We'll find out. And they're off. Let's see who gets the whole shot. A bunch of cowies out front early. It's actually drop them off Kane right away. It looks like exactly what he wants to do. He wants to execute this start and run away. He's gonna put in some heaters immediately, try getting himself a gap, just ride comfortable the remaining few minutes and go from there. Got
Yeah,
Eagle
absolutely.
in,
This is
second
exactly
place so
where he needs
far.
to lay off.
Hershey's in third, and has the early, or Nitro has the early 4th place spot. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how
it's
many times they
chaos
can get
back
that
here.
triple right there.
3 wide going in this corner. Oh. Oh, those whoops would be so treacherous in the rain.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ever seen one of these sections, it feels like you have to carry some good speed besides that one with the like the three low singles. Large one after that. I feel like you can get a little bit of a rhythm going through there, but the other ones, like these whoops are so spread out, you just gotta carry the momentum.
Oh, for sure. As I was saying that, I looked on the mini-map and saw drop him off Kane. His little dot on the mini-map stopped. He went down, or he went off the track over by the first turn area. Oh, it's all starting to unravel for him. This is not what he wants to do right now. He just needs to keep his head on straight and just ride consistent and not let that get to him and ruin his race.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got time. He can definitely do this, but during that it is rain. I think really.
That one mistake put him in the chaos. There's now all four dudes right there with 5th place hot on their tail too. Say that. Oh, 5th place is lagging all over the place. Who is that? That's Formula Zebra. These top four are starting to get a little gap as long as they stay on 2 wheels, don't take each other out, don't hold each other too much. They'll be fine because they are starting to open up probably about a 2-second gap, 3-second gap to that 5th place spot. Got 2 big groups on the track right now. It's kind of funny how that worked out.
Yeah, it's good for pleasure, that's for sure. You don't have to slow down some of the passes and battles. You can kind of see it in the background. And as soon as I was saying that, somebody was sliding out in the back there. Unfortunately, I didn't see who it was, but
Oh man. On the rip is having a rough. Woods Pro. Oh no. He needs to use his GNCC skills here. He needs to and try and back up into this race. Looks like he might be going to LCQ. Still a lot of time. Still 6.5 minutes to go, but oh, he just slid out again. Everyone's starting to get a gap from each other here. An eye on this 4th spot, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Have a pretty good lead there. It looks like 5th, 6th, and 7th are hot on Bossman's heels, so he better get going and just keep doing what he's doing.
yeah, Bossman's in a good position right now. He didn't make too many mistakes. The guy behind him might try to, make a mistake trying to push him, so he just got to keep up right now with 2 wheels, and he's looking good. He's got a lot of time that he's got to, keep it up there, but he can do it if he just keeps that on his shoulders.
Oh yeah, 100%. As I was talking about keeping head, or you were saying keep your head on your shoulders, Hershey and Eagle are dicing it up. That's exactly what they need to do. To keep it on 2 wheels and just try to keep this pace, ride clean, get through this heat race, because LCQ is definitely not something you want to go through tonight.
Oh, absolutely not. I definitely wouldn't want to be in a situation where I had to make like a last lap pass right now, because you can literally slide out just trying to get somebody to just in a position to lose one more position. It's not detrimental.
Yeah. I appreciate a lot when we used to play Supercross too, but it's 100% case here with the mud race at San Diego that we got going. But slow is fast. You just gotta ride slowly, hit your marks, hit everything. Not worry about hit the big lines. If you can stay on 2 wheels throughout the main events tonight, you're gonna be on the podium. I can almost guarantee that.
Absolutely.
Oh, Bossman, 2-for-1 special out here. He riders accidentally cut a little bit there. I don't think that was on purpose. Didn't give him warning or anything like that. It's a mud race. He dipped to the inside and he got onto the track as fast as he could without taking off Hershey there. So I don't think that was anything to give him a warning about.
I think it was a pretty good pass. If you look on the inside of that, it's got one of those leader posts right there. So if he would have hit that, he would have went down. So I mean, there's only so far you can go inside there, anyways. So I thought it was pretty clean, and it was a good 2-for-1 pass, like you said.
I agree. Hershey makes a little mistake, it looked like. Eagles hot on him now. It looks like Mad Hatter is actually right there on him as well. Oh, as I say that, he starts dropping. He misses that rhythm section.
Yeah, I was looking at the player list too. It looked like he was climbing up and having a good race too, and he just missed out on it with a little bit of mistakes there. And can't be doing that in the mud because as soon as you start casing something, it's almost impossible to even start doubling the rest of the way through.
Oh, Mad Hatter goes down again. Having super series of unfortunate events there. Looks like this second place battle is starting to brew.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the mini map, and right before you said that, I believe it was Bossman actually went down. I think he might have hit that leader post on the inside there in the whole shot corner.
It looked like Eagle and Bossman were trading some paint back in there. If it stays pretty under control or if it starts getting aggressive. Checks up, he hits his brakes, that's pretty good. That's mature riding. Good to see clean racing. There's still 2.5 minutes to go. These riders definitely know that. They're looking up at the time. They know they don't have to do anything too drastic quite yet. Maybe if it was last lap, but even then, they do still have a little bit of lead back to that 5th place spot. All 3 of these riders are in the frame. They are going straight to the main event, so no need to do anything stupid quite yet, at least.
Yeah, for sure. I've been watching this battle pretty closely, and these guys have been getting real close and running in on each other, but they're not. They're doing that thing that whenever they do run in on each other, they let off and they kind of brake and just kind of let their bike do their course, and they both stay up, which is how you're supposed to be racing right now.
As we say that, Hershey goes in. He goes on both of them. He was trying to get one of those 2-for-1 talking about earlier, but the sail ran out.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that I have a little bit of a delay to watching that. As soon as I said that they were racing clean, that happens. I mean, everybody got the short end of this.
Yeah, that happens. I don't know if that one was worth a warning or not. Kinda came into that turn a little hot, force an issue. He didn't really have one, but so yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. I don't want to see anybody like dive like that, but like I said, Eveman did get out of that clean, luckily. So.
So yeah, Hershey's actually he's in a bad spot, but just breathing down his neck, so he handles this.
If you little side note, if you look at the mini map, Drop Him Off Kane is in his a whole different world. These guys are still pretty grouped up pretty well. Off Kane, he had a few laps, or the starting laps he had, he's just, that has to be a gap.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. The man's in a completely different area code right now. It's insane. It really shows just his skill in this game. He does very well in the mud.
Rain, shine, he's coming here to race. Every Monday night he knows he's got to bring it, and he's looking good for this championship so far. I'm really looking forward to this East-West shootout too, because I think that's going to be a good one. Hershey does lose that final transfer spot to Nitro GK. Nitro man on a mission right now. He's not content with 4th. He wants that 3rd place spot. He wants to be secure. He doesn't have to want to have eyes in the back of his head and worry about that 5th place catching him and potentially doing a dirty move.
Oh, I absolutely agree. Yeah, he's been slowly lurking back there, and you know, if he keeps this up, he'll definitely see himself a position in the main event.
Oh, they just need to play it smart though. Last lap. Hershey is lurking back there, but while we're watching this, we'll go back to this battle. Gotta give Drop Him Off Kane the exposure he needs. He's about to take the checkered flag here. He does win. He's your Heat Race 1 winner of tonight. He's going straight to the main event, starting off the night well. As you can see, looks like he's got that 2nd place. Gets that triple down. Oh, the true battles for this last transfer spot. Nitro playing it smart, holds on to that 4th place. Woods Pro, after the struggles we were seeing from him earlier on around that 6-minute, he came all the way back to 5th. He must have got together and put in a charge, but just missed it. Yeah, Woods Pro actually had the 3rd fastest lap. Johnny Ripa, 2nd fastest lap, all the way back in 6th place. But nobody's on in the 54s, like drop him off King. You said from a different area code, that one.
Yeah, Drop-Off really had a good race right there. He deserves to go straight to the A main after that one. He was on rails. Boss Man, another guy who had a fantastic race. He was in mid-pack, maybe even a little bit further down towards the bottom at one point. He pulled it out there pretty good. Eagles did really well, 3rd place, and Nitro to round out the top 4. And like you said, good ride by Woods Pro and on the Ripper. They need to take that momentum and bring it hard in the LCQ.
Because we did, with the technical difficulties and things being delayed, unfortunately, well, fortunate I should say, nobody is going direct at B main because there wasn't a full gate, so everyone at heat race at Q.
All right, well, we're going to take a little break while we set up the E2. Well,
This is taking so long. Had some technical difficulties before Heat 1. Now, it just took a little bit to get everybody in here, but we are off. Not going to waste any time, just going to jump right into it. So here we go. San Diego again. Gonna load in. I did mess up. It wasn't supposed to be a rain race for Heat 1. We are just going to do a wet track for this. I don't think it really matters, but we have some scattered showers tonight. The rain may be back for the main event here.
let's go on to 713 supposed to be in this.
He was supposed to be in Heat 1, and he never joined. He messaged me saying he had a family problem, so hopefully everything is alright with that. But we tried joining or inviting Crap Game. He didn't join, so 1-3 was in the other heat race, so we're just rolling with it.
Yeah, these scattered showers are pretty gnarly out here. It's some thunder and lightning there, and it's kind of worried up here in the tower, you know.
Oh, for sure.
If only it were real. Let's get this going. Heat 2 and 5 of the IOMA 250 West Championship.
Again, let's hear a rundown of top 4 real quickly. I'll go with mine. I gotta go with DMV Bless. One of the Husqvarna riders. One of them's gotta make it through there, right? I'll say I'll put Plouffe in there as well, and then I think I'll give the last spot maybe El Capo. Maybe he'll shine in the rain here tonight. But what do you think with those picks?
Yeah, you know, those picks are pretty dialed. Bless is to beat if he can get out front early. There's a lot of there. I agree. One of the Huskies probably going to make it, but I think Plouffe is going to be the guy to beat in this heat race. I just got a feeling.
All right. Well, we'll see. 5 seconds to gate drop. You guys know the routine. Gate is about to end. I guess we'll see if those predictions are right or not. And the gate is down. Husqvarna out front immediately. Look at that. That thing he had a perfect start. Husqvarna 7-1-3 followed by 9-2-6. Oh, it's going to get dicey. Oh, it looks like maybe you right. Plouffe does have a good start. Maybe he can make some quick work of these guys and try running away with this thing. He's taking some heat right now from B41.
Yeah, there's a good amount of
I wish
dudes
I
in
would
here
have just
that
seen what happened, but it looked like somebody got punted off the track or something happened. I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, I did not catch it.
yeah, it's tough so early in the race like this because you know there's so much action going on. You just got to pick a spot to be in. Just hopefully you find something.
As I said, Plouffe needs to make some quick work. That's exactly what he did. Half track later, and he was in the first place. But El Cap not making it easy on his life right now. Oh, they're 3 wide going into this turn. Oh, Husqvarna is all over the track, just trying to go straight, getting cross-threaded into this mud. Looks like he actually went down there. Yeah, Husqvarna 713 does drop all the way back to 6th. Husqvarna 926 is the one that went over this berm on the last lap, and he's back up to the 3rd place spot.
Yeah, that was crazy the way that they were 3 wide right there. Like they were like pinballing back and forth. I was so nervous that somebody was going to get kicked off the track that, you know, obviously it didn't mean to happen. So.
Alright, so far it looks like this top's not a huge lead by any means, probably only about 2 seconds ahead of that 4th place spot, but let's go ahead and check back here and see what kind of battles we can find.
Looks like around 6th and 7th, roughly.
6 and 7. Oh,
I'm not
actually,
sure.
Trent Baller goes down. He's battling for that fourth place transfer position, and I don't know if they came together or what, but he might be flustered. He did just hit that post. Hopefully he can get back into this, because he's in a title transfer. Just 2 mistakes, and just shows how fast you can drop. Like, you cannot mistakes at this level. Like, this is top 22 fastest qualifiers, and in this heat, top 11. So I don't know. We're gonna find out if he can make his way back up, and hopefully put in some consistent laps, and still has a chance at that fourth place spot.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong though, Spuds, Tremballer was part of Set Cowie back on SX2, right?
Oh, he might have been. I'm not too sure. Yeah, you
Yeah, I
might
think he
be
might have
right.
changed. I think he might have changed his gamer tag, if I am correct. That got a lot of speed. I haven't seen much of him on this game though, so it's actually pretty cool to see that he's in the top 22 qualifying.
Oh, for sure. Always good to see some old faces. I know there's some competitors from Supercross too that just we have not seen yet so far in this game, and maybe we see him later on in the season. You never know, but
I'm actually really surprised to see DMV Bless back in 6th place right now. He hasn't really even had a shot at the top 4. I don't know what happened in the beginning.
yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. He is back here in 6th. He's got a 5th and 4th aren't too far ahead, but he's definitely got to put in some work. They're about 2-3 seconds up on him, and yeah, he cannot afford any more mistakes as he's bouncing through these sections. Good recovery, but he just needs to be consistent, be smart more than anything.
Yeah, if you look, it looks like
Slower is
3rd and 4th are
faster.
actually battling back and forth to be El Capo and El Scavarna. They're right next to each other through the loop section.
Oh yeah. El Capo was battling for that lead. I don't know what really happened to him, but he's all the way in that 4th place spot. We say it a lot, but I cannot stress it enough. You do not want to be in that 4th place position. Still 5 minutes to go, but that is not a comfortable place to be in. You want to be in that 3rd, 2nd. You want to be in 1st. That's pretty obvious, but 4th is definitely not the position you want to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you were saying that, you see El Capo is trying to run it in on the inside right there, though. But then again, if you also looked at the way he was riding aggressive, but it was like not careless aggressive. He was just trying to get the pass dialed, and it just didn't work out. And neither one of the riders went down. And the rider that was originally in the position ahead of El Capo, kept it going. So that's some clean racing.
I agree with that. Oh, DMV looked like he was starting to make up some ground, and he goes down there. That's super unfortunate. He just gotta keep pushing, see the light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully you get that 4th place. Don't have to go to LCQ. Nobody wants to do that. I know he's trying. I've been in these races before. It seems like nothing can go your way, and yeah, you get flustered really quickly. So we'll see what he can do. See if he can rebound from that.
Yeah, absolutely. That crash looked way too similar to the Trey Kennard crash over that triple where he got landed on. That was brutal.
Yeah, you're not lying. So Collin's starting to make up some ground on El Capo.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th are all pretty close. I mean, 6 maybe a little bit though, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th kind of starting on 5th even.
Things are just switching up left and right. Husqvarna 926 all over the place. He goes off track, tries correcting. Oh, they split El Capo, and just like that, El Capo drops all the way from 3rd to 5th just by one little mistake. Case line. Better get going because DS is on a mission. He's got 3 people
Absolutely.
right in front of him. He can. Oh.
Yeah, this is getting insane. We're coming down to crunch time too, with just under 3 minutes to go. It's coming down to like just be consistent, but you gotta get around these guys and get a little bit of a gap because you don't want to be in this pack coming into last lap.
Yeah, the 3 minute mark, I've been in races like this myself. The 3 minute mark and you're in a position like this, it is so tough. Do you play it smart? Hopefully they take each other out, or one of them makes a mistake, or do you push the edge and try getting around these guys as quick as possible? It's with this amount of time left, it's very hard to judge when you're in DMV blessed his situation.
Yeah, I absolutely couldn't agree more. Yeah, I'm hoping to.
Gone and Husqvarna 926 going at it.
Yeah, I was noticing that's a really good battle going on here. You know, it it's with a wet track. I'd be so nervous to be racing at this pace, this close to each other, because it's so easy to go down.
Oh, 926 goes down. Looks like DMV Bless did take the smarter route. It looked like he was kind of backing off a little bit. Maybe he did have just some mistakes, so it just perceived that way. But he was back there, and he was patiently just charging, and looks like it paid off for him. He did inherit that 4th place spot, and that's all he needs. So if he can stay where he's at, he's looking good.
It's so crazy. It's just because of this delay I have. Every single time I even say something, it happens, and I feel so bad.
Commentator's curse, my man. That's too funny. Looks like Sir Khan is trying to pick a battle with another Husqvarna rider now. Husqvarna 713. He was up here early, then he faded back. Looks like he did climb his way back up in the second quietly. He's been hovering there, and Sir Khan wants a piece of the second place and take that spot away from him.
Yeah, Sir Cotton's been ripping. I've been watching him. He keeps pushing it up. Like earlier in the race, he was up to fourth, and then he dropped back a little bit. To see him back up here in third is gnarly. He's definitely having a good ride right now.
Yep. One thing I've noticed, I have not played this track on 250, but that triple, especially in the mud, must be very challenging because I've barely been seeing people clear it, and if they do, they just barely get over it. So that might be the key to the race if we're gonna pull some Ralph Shaheen, Jeff Emig throwback things. Keys to the race, gotta get a start, but gotta get that triple down too.
Oh, absolutely. I would agree with you on that. This is kind of tying into it though. Like obviously you don't want to case that triple, but I think in all these rhythm lanes, just getting the first double in is the most important thing because you can judge yourself after that. If you don't get the double in right, you might case like for right there. You might case that double and not be able to step down or jump off the table into that single afterwards. So
Yeah, I never really thought about that, but DMV is doing exactly that. He got that double in perfectly in both of those sections. And then he took his time with that floater double before the Supercross triple too, and he made sure he didn't overjump it, landed it perfectly, and got across that triple absolute butter. Like it's almost like he can hear us right now, but yeah, he did exactly what we were just talking about. That was kind of funny.
yeah, I'm really impressed with his ride right now because whenever we first started talking about it, he was in seventh place, I think. So coming into this final lap, moving into second is awesome.
Final transfer spot is starting to heat up. Escobar 926 is all over Sir Colin. Sir Colin has been riding so good this entire heat race. Hopefully he can keep it together, hold on to that position. As I say that, he actually gets around 7-1. Husqvarna 713 does have a little bobble in that race, but he hits that triple clean. Like I said, Sir Colin just lost 2 positions, and yeah, he's outside of that transfer position going into the last turn. Oh, it's gonna get dicey. He goes for the takeout, and it does not work out as planned. Oh,
Wow.
heartbreaking. All of that hard work. Oh, man. El Capo, we see crossing the finish line now, too. He had a good start to that race, and must have had some mistakes and fell back, but oh, that was a good race.
Yeah, that was an insanely good race. Congratulations on Plouffe on that one. He rode phenomenally, and DMV came up from a rough start that race to get second. But man, that final transfer was insane. That that little takeout action going on that Sir Cotton had. I mean, it's the last lap, final corner. You might as well throw it in there, dude. I mean, it is what it is. And in the long
You have
run,
to go for it. You have to go for it. Like, if anybody is in their shoes, you have to go for that. aggressive. You could say dirty, but it's for the last transfer spot. You have to take that chance. If you go down, you go down. If you take the other person down with you,
Yeah.
it's for the last transfer spot. Nobody's behind you. You have to send it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the rundown is Plouffe got first, DMV second, Husqvarna 926 third, and Husqvarna 713 got fourth. Fifth place, Sir Cotton just missing out. And then my boy El Capo, sixth place. He had it. Didn't make it, man. He's the maybe next time, homie. Or you know what, just go out there and get it in.
Oh man, LCQ is gonna be exciting. I wish we could watch it. Oh man.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and
Alright.
take a little bit of break while the LCQ is going on, and we'll be back for the main.
Oh man. Before we get going, I hate to tell you you're right, but you're right. Plouffe ran away with that one. That was an excellent ride. We really didn't watch him at all. I feel bad, Plouffe, if you watch this back. I apologize, but there's some good racing going on behind you. You did what you need to do. You got a good start, and you ran away with it, and made it a boring race out front, but good ride.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a really good ride by Plouffe, and I think he would totally understand that you were watching that final transfer spot because if you missed the takeout, that would be unfortunate.
For sure. But after that good race, as Razzles was just saying, we're going to take a little break here. We're going to mute the mics.
Not bad. Let me just make sure. No, my chat volume's still going through. I mean, if people want, I could take some Spotify music requests and just chill in this party if they want. I'll just not include my audio in the party for a little bit.
And 3.
All right,
Alright, we are back. LCQ is done. Who made it through the LCQ top 3 was Sir Cotton 7, taking the number 1 spot. Fluchlander 427 in that second place spot, and rounding off the last transfer into this A main is Tremballer. He got 3rd place. Unfortunately, we weren't able to watch it, see how close that finish was, but I'm sure it was pretty tight. Had some heavy hitters in there. Some notables: El Capo got 9th in the LCQ. Ron the Ripper got last, unfortunately. He must have had some problems. Tubdini 6th, Woods Pro 7th. Some heavy hitters didn't make it into this A main, but everyone is here tonight. This mud might be affecting some people, but somebody's going to have to rise in this one and take the win.
Yeah, absolutely. With the rain actually coming down now, so it's going to be a full-on mud race for this main event. It's going to be pretty gnarly. And some notables that I have, if you're just joining us, or if you didn't notice in the beginning, the Drop-Off Kane in Heat 1 had like a 20-second plus win, just a dominant win. And he absolutely just shredded the competition, and it's not taking anything away from the guys behind him, but he just absolutely was on fire. So look for him in this main event. And Plouffe in Heat 2, actually, he had a little bit of hardship. He had a decent start, but a couple mistakes, and then finally worked his way up to the front and had like a 10-second lead at the end too. So he rode really good too. So look for him to be doing really well. And then the last thing that I have to say is DMV Blast, who had a horrible beginning half of his heat race, and he actually climbed his way all the way up to second. So those 3 guys, 3 dudes who are in this championship and have the ability to win races, are riding really good tonight. So it should be an awesome event.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Some notables, like we were talking before the heat races started, if we have anyone new that's tuning in right now, 572, who is 3rd place in the championship, is not able to make it. Tubdini, who is 4th in the championship right now, he also did not make it into this A main, so points are going to get mixed up. Also, when I was looking at the standings, 9th through 14th place are only within 3 points of each other. 9th to 16th place is only 9 points separated between all of those 7 riders, so or 6 riders. So that's something to keep in mind too. The points are definitely going to be jumbled up, and this main event's going to tell a lot to play out the story of this championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. With a couple of the heavy hitters out, I mean, really, there's no say to what this podium is going to be tonight. I mean, we've had a couple good rides from dropping off DMV and Plouffe, but someone else could have a great start and just carry away with this thing. So I'm looking forward to watching.
I couldn't agree more. With 5 seconds to go, you guys know the routine. We got 1 second, and we're on the gate. Gate is about to drop, and who's going to get this hole shot? Cowie out front right away. Looks like that's going to be Nitro GK. Let's see if he can get the hole shot. Oh, he actually does not. Eagle sneaks around with a veteran move there and gets the hole shot, but he gets taken out by Husqvarna 926. Oh, this is complete chaos. People are all over the place. They know how beneficial it is to get into the lead early, and they're trying to do just that, and you saw the carnage that came with that.
Absolutely. This is that first couple turns was absolute chaos right there, and the fact that as many people stayed up as they did is insane.
Note, drop them off. Kane, our points leader, is in 8th place right now. It's still very early on. They're crossing the finish line for the first time in this 15-minute moto, but he is back in that 7th place position now, and Tremballer, who we're watching right now, is catching some smoke right now. He's got people all around him. He doesn't know where to go. It's gonna get rough real soon here. Ooh, who is that going? Might have to give him a little bit of warning there. Husqvarna 713, he was riding really aggressive there.
Yeah, he rode pretty aggressive right there and pushed it in. I don't know if he just misjudged like that corner because it's raining now, but I mean, it wasn't too crazy, but it was definitely warning worthy. I mean, I understanding a little different in this race
Oh,
because it's well, as you said, as I was saying that he's going or someone else is going down right there terribly. But yeah, an A main like
DMV
this,
Bless that was. DMV Bless had a great opportunity to gain some points on drop him off Kane. He had that mistake. He drops all the way back to 7th. Cases the finish line. This is not how you want to start off. You go from being up there, he was around the 3rd place position. Now he drops all the way back to last place.
yeah, we haven't
Look
seen
at
this
how
actually.
tight this racing is. Just look at the mini map right now. Everyone is right there.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like the only person right now that has any gap is Nitro, and he's the guy on front. So like he's got a really good position right now because second all the way to 11th is insane right now.
Nitro must have been taking some notes watching the stream back because he looks like he's just riding smooth and consistent, putting in the laps. And he got 4th in the heat race, if I'm not mistaken. So just shows, doesn't matter the heat race, if you make it into A main, you get that start, you can run away with this thing. And he's doing just that. He's performing, that's for sure. And he's trying to get the first win of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be huge for him. Get some confidence, and he might be able to repeat it again next week. Blue's on a really good ride right now, so that's very cool to see. Very cool to see him up front. It looks like somebody is on the track not moving. Is that drop off?
Yeah, drop him off. I will have to kick him, unfortunately, if he doesn't get going here. Oh man, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna wait. Hopefully nobody gets collected by him. Unfortunately, he's the points leader. I want to give him a chance, but he's going a lap down. I don't think he's gonna be able to score any points. I'm gonna have to kick him out of this race so he doesn't ruin anyone else's chances.
Yeah, I would wait. I would wait until the leader's coming around right to him again, and then do it. If he doesn't start moving by the time the leader comes up to him again, kick him, so that way he's not in the way again.
Right. As we see that drama, there's some drama going up out front. Nitro starting to get loose. He's feeling the pressure with these guys all over him. Plouffe has been sturdy all night long. He won heat number 2. Not quite as dramatic as drop him off one heat 1. He didn't have a 30-second lead by any means, but he was out front by about 10 seconds and still dominant fashion. He's trying to wrap it up tonight and have a pretty close to perfect night.
Yeah, that'd be really
Nitro
good
with
for
more
him.
problems.
Yeah, and actually, as we're talking about this, looks like drop off got going again. I don't really know how much he can make up right now, but if someone say has the controller batteries die or something like that, he might be able to pull off a 10th or something. It might have been what happened to him. So, actually,
Yeah,
now that I say it again, it looks like he stopped in the corner again. You might have to kick him.
yeah, I gotta kick him, unfortunately, before the leaders get to him. Unfortunately, our points leader goes out with what you could say a mechanical, which I didn't think I'd ever say watch an Xbox video game, but something was definitely going on there. He could not get going on the track. He was stuck in 2 separate places, and our points leader's out of the race tonight.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate after the dominant heat race that he had. The best place he's going to get right now is 11th place in this race. I mean, it's not horrible because it is A main points, but after winning, being so dominant in the beginning of this, it's just crazy to see that he's not going to be able to finish this, but it happens.
For sure. Definitely unfortunate, and hope everything is alright. Hopefully he didn't have an emergency or anything like that, and it was just an Xbox problem or a controller problem, but yeah, never want to see that. But like you said, he is still getting some points, and speaking of getting some points, Nitro GK had a awesome opportunity to capitalize and get a ton of points, maybe even get a first win. He was leading early, had a decent lead starting to build, and I don't know if it's the pressure getting to him or this track with the mud is just getting to be that gnarly where it's super hard to stay consistent, but he is starting to drop.
Yeah, I mean, that's really unfortunate for Nitro because, like you said, he was out front. He was looking really good. He even had that lead. It's definitely the track that's biting you, or biting him right now because when it rains like this, it's so slick.
8 minutes to go. Almost the entire
Ooh.
distance of the medium race, the heat race that we did earlier, so still plenty of time left in this race for him to come back, but definitely not what he was looking forward to.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So now I'm looking back at the points right now. So yeah, be blessed was 20 points down of drop off King coming to this. So if he's able to stay on the podium here, he's gonna close that up tremendously and make this championship so much closer than I thought it would be going into next week.
Drop him off. Kane has been extremely dominant this championships thus far, and he's gone through that fortunate event in this main event where he is unfortunately only going to score 11 points. Going to give DMV a great opportunity to capitalize on some points like you were just saying. He's been, drop him off has been dominant all season long, so hopefully it's not too much. He can stay in this championship fight, and we're just going to have to see him next weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure. I'm also interested in to see like what actually happened, if it was controller problems, internet connection problems, or what, or I mean, like you were saying, hopefully it's not an issue at home. So
I'm sure we're gonna get an update on that later on in the week, with social media or what have you. But I'm sure we're gonna get to the bottom of that as we see Bossman making some moves. He's worked his way up into the 4th place position. He has DMV in his sights. DMV is just trying to run away, see if he can catch those leaders, optimize on the points tonight, and keep going. He's had a dirty race thus far, but Bossman is hot on his heels. He's not going to make it easy on him.
oh, absolutely not. Bossman's been absolutely ripping today, and those Rockstar Husky guys have their speed dialed. Whether or not they're winning races or not, they always are some of the fastest guys on the track. So it's pretty sweet to see Bossman out here ripping in 4th place. As I say that, commentators curse.
Yeah, they need to tune those bikes down more. Too much horsepower. He loops it out. Larry over here. Oh man, that's unfortunate. But he did not lose too much time. Luckily, he's still in 5th place, top 5 position. Still solid overall. I don't think he'd be too upset with that if the race ended how it is. But still plenty of time left to get back into that podium position. He was fighting for it for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sir
So,
Cotton has impressed me tonight.
yeah, Circons had like glimpses of just like extremely fast raw speed, and sometimes in the mud, that's kind of what you need. Wow, these guys are just bouncing off each other. This is insane.
I went back. I thought there was a battle brewing back there, but as I thought that, I think they all spread out and had the mistakes and some whoops, so they all gapped out from 6th to 8th place. They were all bunched up, but Sir Colin and Bossman still going at it here. Are the best battle on the track so far.
Yeah, I would say so. Them, and then you got Trent Baller back right behind them. Who's also kind of battling with, I believe, is that Nitro. Yeah. Pretty spread out besides these two little battles. I mean, there's only 10 people in this lobby right now because obviously Drop-Off had an issue, but it's pretty calm right now. But I mean, we've still got plenty of racing to go. I could still tighten it up. Is that the
I noticed
leaders
in that
there?
last rhythm. Oh, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I was looking at the mini map. I thought it was the leaders that were tightening it up, but it looks like it was 3rd and 4th. But then I think somebody made a mistake.
Man, I talked about after heat race number 2 that I didn't give Plouffe enough credit. And I'm doing it right now too. He's just making it too easy tonight. He's having a very drama-free night so far, thus far, and man, he's just flawless. He got a good start to this race again. Got to the lead early, excuse me. and he's just trying to run away. He's been consistent. He's been putting in consistent laps. I don't think he's even putting in absolute heaters. I think he's just riding slow and consistent. Not slow, I shouldn't say slow. You can't be slow and win one of these things, but you know what I'm saying? Slow is fast. He's just hitting all of his marks, being consistent, keeping it on two wheels, staying out of drama, doing everything he needs to do to potentially get this win tonight with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And you know, after watching the last couple of races and the last race that I commentated, seeing Plouffe's speed, it's there, but I haven't watched them too much. But I do think that this is his style of race with the mud race. I mean, he might not even like riding in this though, but I think he would even agree that after this night, he's going to be happy with the way he rode. So, good for him.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. DMV Bless has got back up to that podium position. Doesn't look like he's been able to make up any ground on Husqvarna 926 and Plouffe the leader. But I don't think he'd be too upset with third place. I know he wants to get maximum points on drop him off Kane again, who did have mechanical issues and dropped out of this race. But I don't think he'll be too upset to get out of a mud race with third place and round off the podium. I don't think you can be too upset with that.
Oh, absolutely not. He's got to be happy with the podium finish, knowing that drop off is probably not, you know, or knowing that drop off is not going to get any more points than he was, and he's just going to be able to, you know, climb his way up on the leaderboard when it comes to points wise, and be able to mitigate the damage done.
For sure. Definitely a win in his book tonight. Oh, Plouffe is having problems. Husqvarna 926 is closing in on a little bit. He had a healthy lead, and it looks like they're coming up to their first lapper. See if the lapper will get out of their way here. Let the leaders go on. There's a race going on, and unfortunately you are not in it right now. You are getting lapped, and leaders are coming. Good battle for this first place. Husqvarna 926 is hot on his heels, and as he's trying to make the pass, Plouffe hangs on to it. Lapper doesn't hit the triple. Oh, Husqvarna 713 almost takes out our leader. That did look intentional. I'm going to give him another warning. If we see that again, he is definitely going to be kicked out of this game, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would definitely say that was not a smart move. Knowing where he's at in this race right now, and knowing how close these riders are right now, it's definitely not smart to be doing something like that. And Plouffe goes down again. Was that because of
helmet cam? Was that?
If Husqvarna is in front of him again, then I think that might have been him again that did that. I'm not exactly sure. Go up to DMV real quick.
Yep, I believe that was definitely Husqvarna 713 that did that. He's getting kicked from the game, unfortunately. We cannot have racing like that. It's got to be clean. You guys have seen me all night. I've been pretty relaxed and not really giving anybody warnings, but you can't go after the leaders like that when you're being lapped. That's end of Husqvarna 713's race.
Yep. So I just got confirmation. Looked at the chat. Looks like Strachan said that Plouffe did get taken out by Husqvarna 713.
Oh,
yeah.
After all of what we were saying, that he was having a perfect night, just for a lapper to ruin that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Strachan. We appreciate you bringing that to view for us. We just missed it because we were in helmet cam, but anybody who's doing that, maybe one time we can give you a warning, but if you're continuing to do it in a position as to where you're at the end of the pack and you're getting lapped by the leaders and they're also battling for position coming into the last lap, you cannot do that. 100% cannot do that.
I couldn't agree more.
So it looks like our last lap, Husqvarna 926.
Husqvarna 926, I believe that's his first win of the season. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Plouffe looked like he had it in the bag and had some little mistakes as well as some issues with the lapper. Sir Cotton, who we've been saying has had a solid night, he does end the night with the top 5, so congratulations on that. Eagle at 7th, Nitro GK 8th, and Fluce Launder round out the 9th spot. Overall, some good racing tonight. This main event, they did gap out, but they all found each other towards the end there. The top 3 was right there. It's unfortunate that Husqvarna 713 did kind of ruin it for Plouffe as well as DMV a little bit, but that's racing. It happens, unfortunately. You never want to see it, but it happens. It's Supercross.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm gutted for Plouffe. I was gutted for him, or not gutted for him. I was rooting for him the entire night. I thought he had it. Even with that situation, the Husqvarna 713 thing is just, it's not good. Shouldn't happen. I'm upset that it actually did happen. And I'm also sorry to the viewers that we didn't catch it in time. It's definitely tough with this race director. You can only watch one thing at a time. So.
Alright, quick roundup. Husqvarna 926 comes out with his first victory of the season with the #1 spot. DMV Bless does get to that 2nd place spot. He makes up a little bit more points on Drop Him Off Kane in this championship. Plouffe with the 3rd, rounding off the podium. Bossman 4th, Sircon 7th and 5th. Tremballer 6th, Eagle 7th, Nitro GK 8th, and Fluce Launder 427. That is your A main results. Just want to thank everybody that did tune in there. I know there was dramatic. It's been a long night due to technical issues, starting it off as well as just getting people into a lobby. But I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. This championship is brought to you by Legacy Racewear. Without them, we would not be able to host this championship for all of you guys. And Razzles, what do you got for him?
Yeah, you hit it, man. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Some awesome racing tonight in the rain, and again, like thank our sponsors, like you were saying, Legacy Racewear. If you guys haven't checked them out, definitely go check them out. They're part of the reason why we're able to do some of the stuff that we do, because they've been just decided to give us a little bit more, to actually stream for rather than just kind of doing it. But it's definitely a good time, and appreciate you guys all hanging out. Good race tonight.
Yep. As well as thanking the viewers and our sponsors, I also want to give a shout out to the admin that make this series possible. They work. They don't get paid to do this. They work their butts off making a website, putting on these events almost on a daily basis throughout the entire week. Like I said, they don't get paid for it by any means, so for them to give this much of their free time to this video game is pretty cool and bringing some entertainment, as well as the riders. So it's pretty cool that we can get this level and this much talent into these series, and makes for some good racing. So thanks for everybody making this a complete package deal, and solid night of racing. We saw good racing in both of the heats in that main event. Definitely very dramatic. I think the mud made it a very dramatic race. Points mixed up. DMV Bless might have taken the points lead actually, but I'm not too sure on that. I have to verify, but overall good night of racing.
Yeah, no, I agree. With obviously the shocker is seeing that Drop Him Off Kane had a little bit of a technical. I don't know if it was his internet or his controller, but seeing that he was unable to finish that race, it just opened up the door for everybody. And DMV really took it, advantage of that, getting that 2nd place tonight. So points are going to be close going into next week. So it's going to be absolutely insane.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I don't know when we'll be commentating again. Hopefully we can do it a couple more times before the season ends. It's always fun. Having a mud race tonight definitely made it a little challenging, but like we've been saying, the racing was still good regardless. Just the speeds weren't as high. Still close racing, very clean racing, and I can't wait to see how this championship unfolds. This is a very dramatic round.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in and watching, and we'll see you next week.